If you're not on social media, then every single business right now is crushing you. You need to be on social media. It is a given nowadays. It's a requirement. You can show your craft in whatever you do. You can show the world what you do. Not only will it be a library for potential customers, it'll be a library for you. If you didn't have a social media presence, what? You're gonna show them your paper records? It's like almost stupid. You really need to think about how important it can be. All right, in this video, I'm gonna tell you why your business feels harder than it's ever been right now, because you're not online. That's as simple as it gets. You're not on social media, you're not using AI, which is the new social media. You should have been on social media 10 years ago. I'm gonna break it down really simply. And I'm a social media marketing agency owner for 5+ brands. I've been editing videos for over 6 years now. It's kind of like this. If you're not on social media, then every single business right now is crushing you. And that's ads, that's SEO, search engine optimization. So that's when people search your name, search what you offer, you won't show up. Social media like this right here, this is my YouTube channel. I have pretty much every social channel you can think of. Link in the description, you should subscribe. I give marketing tips and advice all the time. And I've grown one of my personal accounts to over 5,000 followers. And that was like 2 years ago. I think I know what I'm saying when I tell you you need to be on social media. It is a given nowadays. It's a requirement. And it's really easy to dominate your local area if you're just using paid ads. And once you start paid ads, you'll realize social media really works. It wasn't a scam, guys. It really works. And then you start getting on other platforms, organic, which is long-term, which is like nurturing your audience for long-term content that you provide. So you might be confused, all right? You don't know what you want to do. You don't know how to start social media, and that's totally fine. I get it. But I'm telling you, you should start. So here's the framework, what I want you to follow on how you can just start going today. You want to have effort, urgency, and patience, and that's the key to success for anything, right? But especially for this, because you want to look into what you need to do and do the research to get it right, you know? You want to go slow and steady, not too slow. That's where urgency comes in. You have to do it now, but you have to look into it. You have to do the research and figure out what works in your niche, look up other viral content. So that leads us to our first part of the framework, which is picking 1 to 2 platforms. And you need to have patience. Like I said, urgency, effort, and patience. You have to think in 6, 12, 18, 24 months, because that's when real results will show. But you want to pick 1 to 2 platforms: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, X. There's Reddit, there's Snapchat, there's a ton of different social platforms, just ads if you want to just do ads. There's niche down platforms depending on what your industry is. Just pick somewhere to start, right? 1 to 2 places to start. You want to start making content on YouTube, long form videos like this, and then turn them into shorts, or take the ideas you talk about and then create separate shorts. You don't have to reinvent the wheel every time you want to make a piece of content. You really don't. And I'd recommend Facebook for most local small businesses, because they have the ads, and then they have more localized like targeting. So that's 100%, that's meta. So I'd say Facebook and Instagram if you're a local business, then hop on TikTok. Like, you just need to do the research. Look into what other people in your industry are doing to get viral and what kind of videos they make. You can always just talk about personal things, how you became a business owner, storytelling. And storytelling is a huge part of any piece of content that you need to make, because people understand things way easier in a story. So I'll give you a story right now. And it's the story of your business if you started using social media today. Imagine what your ideal platform would be like. You know, whatever you do. Let's just say you're a construction business. You look up on TikTok and you see other construction workers, and they are just walking through what they do to build whatever. I don't know much about construction, but a room, whatever. They just like walk through the process, set up the camera in different parts of the room. They speed it up, slow it down. They talk to the camera. They do a voiceover. You could even have AI do a voiceover for you. There's a ton of different things. They do that. They take the content, they repurpose it onto into text format. They like show off what they did. They have a photo kind of thing. They have images. The possibilities are endless. You can show your craft, and whatever you do, you can show the world what you do. And not only will it be a library for potential customers that will want to see your past work, they will want to see customer vouchers, testimonials, but it'll be a library for you to look back and know what you did, and for other people to look back and say, wow, this guy did a lot of stuff. If you didn't have a social media presence, what? You're gonna show them your paper records? No, I don't think so. It's like almost stupid how many people aren't leveraging social media. You really need to think about how important it can be for actually retaining and keeping customers, because even if all of your customers come from word of mouth, and say worst case scenario, no one ever discovers your social media, which is like practically impossible if you stay consistent. The customers you have from your word of mouth and just good business in general, because I'm betting you have a great product, it'll bring them back because you can post promos, you can post what you've been doing, it'll keep them top of mind. Everyone's attention right now is on social media, so why don't you want to be there? It's counterproductive that you're not spending your time there. You're spending your time, running newspaper ads? The cheapest ads of all time are on social media. Facebook ads, you can get thousands and thousands of local impressions just on Facebook. It'll estimate how many clicks you get. Okay, you love it, it sounds great. You understand why it's so important, and maybe you have, but you just don't know where to start or what to do. Besides picking the one or two platforms, you can set up a profile, but you're like, okay, how do I create a video? So you can hire freelancers, or you can just learn the skills yourself. There's so many easy platforms today, like Canva, CapCut. Like I said, look at other people in your niche. What are they doing? Add your own spin on it, obviously. Show people what you're about. And you can add crazy effects, or you don't have to. It's a long game, though. You can't expect a viral video in your first 2 or 3 videos. It's just not realistic. There's a lot of high quality content out there, and it's easier than ever to create high quality content because of AI. Which brings me back to one of my first points I made in the hook, I think. AI is really important to leverage if you want to have a prospering social media. But I know you don't understand that either. Just start, though. Just start 1 or 2 platforms, please. Because if you start and get off this video and you do your own research, and you just look at more videos on more niche down, if you pick TikTok and then you look at your industry, you look up whatever, how can I do this just start, and then you eventually, once it's consistent and you understand the flow, then you can have better decisions to hire a freelancer. Say you actually start to like making content or recording it, at least you can hire an editor. Or you like editing and recording, but you want to hire someone to make the thumbnails, graphic designer, or someone who can handle it all for you from recording all the way to the posting. That's fine. Just, you have to start. And then eventually, once you understand the workflow, then implement AI into it. Like, what can this be? How can this be automated? Oh, maybe I don't have to come up with an idea, reinvent the wheel every time. I can just put into AI what I've already done, and it'll spit out good ideas of what I can do next, what will go viral, because that's how high quality content is made nowadays. There's so much of it and you feel overwhelmed, but it's just people who've started. You can't get to this point if you haven't already overcome the hardships down here. That's how long-term successes are made. You have to stay consistent, have the patience, put in the effort, and have the urgency. If you're really serious about growing, which I think you should be, and if you want to take the next step in hiring someone like me who manages it all, just does your ads, just edits your videos, doesn't matter, hit me a DM on Instagram, growth, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one, and keep tuned for more marketing tips. I hope you guys get started with your local social media, and I will be here to walk you through the process. Just give me some time to make more videos, but I'm hoping to soon, trust me.